Hey everyone, I want to quickly show you guys if you guys are deciding to, kind of the difference between the 2 GB and 4 GB Surface 3, and just kind of want to maybe thinking about saving the extra $100, whether get the 499, 599, and use the extra to get a keyboard. Here on my left is the 4 GB, on the right is the 2 GB version of the Surface 3. As you can see, I got just the task manager running, so you can kind of see they're both pretty much the same processing. This one's showing 64 processes. Here on the 2 GB version, 56 processes, and they're all bunching up, bounced between two CPU utilization between 2, 1, 6. So that's kind of even. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna just kind of go quickly on just maybe opening Office. I'm not gonna go into too much benchmarking and all that. Just kind of what maybe the real world would be, you'll be doing, like opening web pages, opening Word, Excel, things like that. Maybe searching for something on your computer. Just kind of give you an idea whether it's worth it. I know in the future applications might require if you're going to use this as a second device, I think 2 GB will be plenty, which basically I'm using a Surface Pro 3 as my main device, so either one of these would work. Even the 2 GB version, I have been using the Surface 2 with no issues. That's had 64 gigabytes, and I had a micro SD card where I basically redirected everything to store there. So basically, like, applications will get stored on the C drive, and then any documents, programs, even my OneDrive was actually storing on the SD card. So let's take a look here. First of all, let's go ahead and I'm gonna open up Microsoft Word. I'm gonna hopefully get these on right timing. Here we go. 2 GB versions opened up here. Maybe I didn't. Sorry. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and close this again. I wasn't able to time it correctly. Let me see. Hopefully this is not too tilted, because I think I have a better way of clicking on this way. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, both kind of opened up. Actually, it looked like a tad millisecond was faster on the Surface 3. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open up these. There you see they both open up quickly. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna scroll through this just so kind of you can see, the next page load up. And I'll just keep going. Oops. Okay, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. But by the looks of it so far, it looks that on the 4 GB version, it's opening up maybe milliseconds faster. As you can see, that it looks like it. At times they're pretty much on par in opening. You see that? And I have rebooted both of them at the same time, as you can see. So that's the ending there. So let's go ahead and close this up. So now what I'm gonna do, let's open up, let me see what I'll just basically, I'm gonna open up this event menu here. So I'm gonna double click that and see how long it takes on both. As you saw, that it was pretty much fair, the same speed there on both of them. Let's go ahead and actually we can't do much here. So as you saw, there is pretty much maybe milliseconds slower on the on the Surface 2.0. So as you can see, the activity was a little bit higher, but you can see the spike up here, which when I was opening on both of them is pretty much spiked about the same. So that might be too much of a difference. So now let's try to go ahead and I'm gonna open up Excel. Hopefully I can get these together. As you can see, it looked like it was maybe a millisecond or two faster on the Surface with the Surface 3 and with the 4 GB. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and click on this one. As you saw that. So now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll just kind of scroll there. Here we go. Here we go. You see that? And this one, you can clearly see that with the 4 GB, it did open up faster. Again, Again, oops, let me see, did I lose count? I think I'm let me go, I'm a little bit behind. Okay, let's try this. As you can see, it is like milliseconds faster on the 4, but it's nothing that, you know, if you were actually had these separated, you probably won't even notice the difference in this. Of course, if you're loading up high Excel worksheets, even the Surface 3 might bog down with some severe Excel crunchy numbers, so that one actually opened up faster there. But you can see I'm pretty much clicking. Here we go. At the same time, as you can see on Excel, there is more of a lag on the 2 GB version, but again, it's nothing that I would actually notice if I didn't have these together. So again, if you're just planning on getting the Surface 3 with 2 GB of RAM, this is kind of what you'll be looking at. You can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Let's go ahead and let's open up monthly business budgets. So let's go ahead. Oops, sorry, I gotta double click that to open it up. So let's go ahead and double click on both of these. There you go. Pretty much they both open up at the same time. Now let's see for smoothness. That got a little stutter. They both got, it's kind of when you flip it up, it kind of pauses at the end as it went up. Same thing here, just trying to refresh that bottom one, but overall it's very fluid. So again, it's just kind of matter whether that's going to make a difference with you, whether you want that millisecond faster, and also of course when you open up more documents and things together, that's going to start. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Edge browser here. So as you can see, it was much faster by, you know, maybe 2-3 milliseconds on the Surface 3 with 4 GB of RAM. Let's go ahead and click on those two, see which one loads faster. As you can see, loads up faster here on that 4 GB, and they're both completely loaded up. For some reason the Surface 3 took a little bit longer to load up the wording, but scrolling wise, they're both same thing, fluid. Once the page is loaded, oh, we had a little, let's see, I just blank screen there. So let me do this around here and scroll them up. They both are actually doing good. Let me see if I can get them at the same time. And as you can see, it is loading faster by milliseconds on the Surface 3 with 4 GB versus the 2. So now let's go ahead and I'll click this one, the next one. Here both seem to have loaded up. Let's see, this one is pretty much was faster again by milliseconds on the Surface 3 with 2 GB. Let's click on this. I believe that should be a video, and I click both at the same time, see which one loads faster. And again, this is gonna vary by your internet. As you can see on the Surface 3, it's already loaded up maybe by a second faster. So this is kind of more of what you would do in like a real world instead of benchmarking. Yes, you know, it does affect probably down the road if you plan on keeping the Surface 3 for say a couple years, and it's going to be your only device and you don't have no other devices, sure, I would recommend you get the 4 GB version. But if it's only going to be something that's going to be in addition, like to your, let's say you already have a laptop or another tablet, 2 GB version will just work just as fine. As you can see here, everything is working good. Just that, you know, 1 or 2 seconds slower, and sometimes let's go here, click on this both at the same time. See, loaded up faster on the very interesting, because this ad actually loaded up faster here, but this loaded up quicker here. So other than that, is the browsing is going to be experienced almost, again, unless you had something to compare it with, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between these, the 4 GB, you know, like if you're using for email, Word, Excel, browsing, videos might load a little bit slower, but they are gonna load up at the same. Let's go see. I both have these on desktop mode, so let me pull out the keyboard here. Let me do a. Let's see how. Just the difference. We'll see what the. We'll do just a C on the Sun Spider toolkit here. I know it's got the new Jetstream, but I'll do just the Java one, just so you guys can see. So let's go. This is both running 102. Warm up time. This won't matter which one I click faster, for earlier or less, but for some reason this one's actually stuck. I don't know why, but we'll still get the overall speed on it. And if you want, I could also do maybe I'll do some other ones. This one is actually got me 420.8. Hopefully you guys can see that. Maybe let me pick this up at this angle right here. As you can see here. So I got a 420 here, and as you can see here, I got a 422 on the 2 gigabyte. So again, it's not gonna be that. It looks like it's not browsing speed, like I was telling you, mentioning you. Depending on how heavy maybe a web-based it is, might be a little slower. But overall, that's not probably gonna be a big difference if you're actually browsing. This, I'll just load up yahoohere.com, and I'll do the same here, and just so you guys can kind of see. Let me do Yahoo here. .com, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll enter these both at the same time. And move these out of the way. This is pretty much loaded already. Here it's got loading. So again, it's just very small speed differences overall. If you really wanted that extra milliseconds, of course, don't get me wrong, if you were going to use a little bit for gaming, even the games from that you buy in the online store, this would be no different than that 4 gigabyte, because they're all written to run off the App Store here. But if you're going to be running more games, you might not get the full experience even on the 4 gigabyte running the Atom X7 processor. You know, you might have to move up to the Pro version, which if you wanted to do that, sure, you can do light video editing on these using the Metro apps or the Windows Store apps. They do have some video editors. You know, simple video editing will be probably fine on both, but sure, the 4 gigabytes should render everything much faster. I'm not gonna use it by much for just Words, Excel. This is probably gonna be more than set up, so I'm gonna just type it. They're both trying to play the video here, and they're both stuttering. If you can hear that, it's not just a 2 gigabyte. Actually, it's.
And here are some of the stocks the Yahoo Finance team will be watching. For you.
They both have like a small stutter. If you can see that, the word's not kind of. So it's not just the Surface 2. They do. But now that's a good point. Let's go ahead and maybe we'll open up a YouTube HD movies.
Almost 11%.
And I'll do the same thing here.
From a ratings call, investment firm B. Riley is initiating coverage of the retailer with a buy rating and a target price of $12.50. The move comes after JCPenney reported a much better than expected financial report last week, saying its turnaround plan is working. Shares of JCPenney up 35.5% so far this year. And check out shares of Aveo Pharmaceuticals soaring ahead of the opening bell. The biotech firm.
And let's see, we'll play a YouTube video that has maybe Full. We'll do this one. Let's just see what I'll just do this Metal Gear just to see what, you know, the playing back, see if they're both able to keep up with it. Seem to be both loading up.
Don't you smoke? Nah, everyone.
So we'll skip the ad in a few seconds here.
With a toxic mix of over 7,000 chemicals, no, hi babe, any reason is a brilliant reason not to smoke. Share yours.
There's something wrong with that.
Actually, let me see. This is the cinematic scene for the Metal Gear. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do quality. It goes 720, and I'll do 720 over here. And then we'll go ahead and play this full screen.
Strong leaders. We love a strong people. And one very able.
Let's see. Well, I'll see if I can get it right about where that one's at. But, oops. Let's see. I'll go ahead and play from there. So that's playing very nice. They're both looking very good there. As you can see, there is no.
I must admit,
Let me see if I can get that one to that section.
Opportunists, enablers of. A cyborg. One of our competitors. What is happening?
We got hit, sir. A cyborg.
You are going to die. Stay calm.
Unaffiliated.
So as you can see, they're both playing 720 video here, very good. Let me see if I can get let's see if we can find something else that has let me go back here. Let's go back and we'll do anything. Here we are, Living Planet. Let's see. Here we, yeah. Let's open this up. Get a better. Let's see. There's that one.
I, Amanda Green,
They both have.
a relinquished part of my freedom.
There's a contract in every cigarette. When you light up, you sign up. Don't let tobacco control you.
As you can see, they're both playing the same. Oh, except me, I must have knocked this out of the 1080. And it's, yeah, they're both playing very clearly. There's looks very nice. You probably might not be able to tell the difference on the, hopefully you can tell on the video here, but they both look very excellent. It pretty much looks exactly the same. They're everything looks very nice and it's playing fluidly. The music and everything is really good. There's nothing that's off of it. Works really good. So both of them, if you want to play video or anything, you can as you can see, even though it's not showing here, you can see the spikes running on. Actually, it's using more CPU power. Seems to be on the. I'll put this so you guys can see this. It looks like it's using more CPU power on the 4 GB version. Interesting, as versus in the 2 GB, it's only using 11%. Here it's 32. So maybe I'll have to check. I was jumping back up, but overall it's using more CPU utilization on the 4 GB one. So that's something to think about. Hope this helps for those that want to actually basically use this for just you know, like I said, email, Word, Excel, you know, office programs for school. Both can be use a stylus, so that's nice. You buy the additional keyboard. And playing movies, as you can see, it looks like the 2 GB version will probably give you the better performance right now. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.